Hey everybody, it's Dr. Galvin with a very quick COVID update for Friday. I wasn't really planning on putting anything up today, but somebody asked me a question and I'm like, why didn't I do a video about this? Is it okay to trick or treat? Is it okay if my kids trick or treat? So what's the answer? Halloween's coming, COVID cases are exploding. What do we do? I'm Jeffrey Galvin. I'm a board certified emergency medicine doctor and wellness physician outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been treating COVID patients in the ER since it started, do these videos, and I'm here to try to help and give you some sane information. We're gonna ask one question: is it okay for my kids to trick or treat? And my answer would be, I think it is, if we are smart about it, okay? And that means we wanna make sure that we are gonna be reasonably socially distancing, have the kids wear a mask. So they're already wearing a mask, right? A lot of them, but put that regular mask on to protect them. When you're going from house to house, try to avoid big groupings of people. That's, I think, important. And then, there's low risk of transmission from candy. We're going to talk to that in just a second. But I think in between the houses, if you just have them use hand sanitizer as they go from house to house, that should be fine. And I think we can minimize the risk. There was an interesting study that came out of the University of San Diego School of Medicine, and I think San Diego State University, asking this exact question. And what they did was they essentially had people with COVID cough on candy. And what they found was that there was a pretty low risk of transmitting COVID from someone that has COVID handling that candy. So if I've got COVID, I don't realize it, and I hand your child a candy, as long as that candy's wrapped, there's a low risk of transmitting the virus that way. However, you can reduce that risk to almost zero if you just, when the kids get home, if you just spray a little bit of dishwashing soap and water on the wrappers and just sort of clean it with that basically deactivates the virus, and it's safe. So you can bring that risk down to zero. If you're handing out candy, honestly, the best thing to do is to probably put that candy in a bowl and have that bowl like isolated and just have the kids come up and take one at a time. Now you kind of have to, depending on your neighborhood, if you get a lot of trick-or-treaters, you maybe can sit out there. If you don't, maybe I don't know, put that bowl out there and have them ring the doorbell. And I wouldn't let the kids in your house, and maybe just talk to them through the screen door or whatever. But that's kind of an idea of what to do. So basically, you're gonna put the candy in a dish if you're handing candy out. If you're trick-or-treating with your kids, you're wearing a mask, they're wearing a mask. You're gonna avoid big groupings of people. Ding dong, trick-or-treat. Hopefully, if they're handing candy out, they'll have it in a bowl. If they don't, just have the kids open the bag up so that the candy gets thrown in. And don't let them rummage through the candy until you get home. Have them wash their hands in between the houses if you can, with a little bit of a hand sanitizer, and obviously when they get home. And then before you let the kids dig into the candy, if you want to be absolutely 100% sure that they're not going to catch anything from the wrappers, clean the wrappers with a little bit of soap and water, and that should take care of it. Honestly, I think the risk is really low. So whether you want to do that extra step of washing the wrappers, it's up to you. It's a tough enough time. The kids have suffered a lot with this virus. There's lots of virus out there. We've got to be safe. Do we want to steal another thing from our kids' lives? I think you can safely trick-or-treat if you are smart enough. Wear those masks. As usual, look out for yourselves, look out for your families, look out for those around you. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and I will talk to you soon. Happy Halloween.